If you want to know everything about the new jumps between Pyro and Stanton, what can go wrong and what to expect, then you're in the right place. Because in this guide we show you everything about the new wormholes and jumps that are currently possible with the Alpha 4.0 from Stanton to Pyro. And of course, we explain to you step by step what you have to consider for the use of the wormholes, so the jump gates between Stanton and Pyro, and what you should better leave out in order to not fall out of a wormhole. And even if the upcoming 4.0 brings a lot more gameplay and features with the complete Pyro system, in this video we focus exclusively on the jump technology and what you have to do for it. And of course, we show you also a completely uncommented complete jump. But first, a few words about the sponsor of today's video, EvE Galaxy Conquest. The ultimate mobile space strategy game. Spaceships gliding through the vastness of space, lasers cutting through the darkness. Have you ever wondered what it'd look like to lead a galactic empire in the EvE universe from your smartphone? Welcome to EvE Galaxy Conquest, where your cosmic ambitions become reality. Conquer the galaxy with your smartphone. Let's unleash your inner space commander together. The epic EvE universe is now in the palm of your hand. Strategy, betrayal and cosmic domination all just a tap away. Imagine being a part of an ever-changing universe. Here you forge your own destiny. Build alliances, but beware, betrayal lurks in the shadows of the stars. Because in this world the only constant is change. So forge your galactic legacy and shape the universe as you imagine it, where every decision has consequences, every actions open new doors. So, EvE Galaxy Conquest is waiting for you to download. Let's conquer the stars together, Commander. A 4.0 offers the possibility to travel between Pyro and Stanton, so the use of a stable wormhole, once from the travel side Pyro or from the Stanton to Pyro side. And here, there is no difference in the jump itself, except for the different optics of the entry and exit points. As with a normal quantum jump, we also use our quantum mode for a jump through a wormhole. So we are not in space combat mode and use the quantum mode, since the UI display changes accordingly as soon as we approach a wormhole. So the direct vicinity of the jump gate. In this case, the wormhole is already open when we arrive, so other players jump straight. Therefore, in this case, we have to wait until the wormhole is usable again and we can reopen it ourselves. And of course, you can also jump together with other group members. For this, you simply fly as a group to the wormhole together in a group. In addition, different wormholes will offer different conditions, both stable and unstable or temporary. Currently, the jump in the 4.0 is still possible with all available ships. But size limitations are still possible here at any time. As soon as we are close enough to a jump point, the UI display changes accordingly, but we are still in quantum jump mode. And first, we receive a notification that our entry conditions are correct, so we have the right size for this wormhole. Because only then we can complete the tuning process and manually open the wormhole with a click of the left mouse button in a closed tuning. Here we send a visible impulse to this jump point, which then opens for our jump. And after completing this awesome visible process, we can start our jump directly, also with another click of the left mouse button for standard. Now we are sucked into the tunnel and start our jump in the direction to Pyro. In the tunnel itself, we have different visible obstacles that we have to avoid and follow the tunnel. And since we are high at speeds and cannot control them ourselves, we only have the option to align ourselves accordingly, to roll and to try not to get stuck anywhere. And don't worry, if you take one or the other barrier with you, you won't cause much damage or the jump will break off directly. You can still pull the jump relatively easy. But it is recommended to stay in the middle of the jump tunnel and to avoid the various obstacles. And what happens if you don't do that, we see in a second later jump. In the tunnel itself, navigating is relatively unproblematic and you can do it with larger ships or even as a beginner. And the jump itself takes a few minutes and we see the transition point from the Stanton system to the Pyro system, in which the coloration changes from blue for Stanton to red and orange for Pyro. With this, we also have the information where we come out in the event of a wrong jump, so at the edge of the Pyro system or at the edge of the Stanton system. The flight through the tunnel feels fluid and understandable, and we don't have the feeling of completing a minigame, but actually really flying through a wormhole. But we don't have any indicators of how far we still have to fly, where we are right now or where the starting point is. The feedback during the jump is purely visual here. Although it is very intuitive and easy to design, although it does not look less impressive visually. And we reach the end of the tunnel of the jump by going into the light, so entering the endpoint. Here, we automatically leave the tunnel and arrive in the Pyro system. Welcome to Pyro. The different starting points are respected as red circles and we still have a bit of stardust with us. And currently, the starting points have been significantly removed from the gateways during a jump, although we land a few kilometers away. This makes it impossible to intercept various incoming ships or wait for a certain point. A good design decision. It should be noted, however, that you still have enough quantum fuel with you before a jump, so to Pyro, to fly a few more kilometers away. You don't have a direct fueling option with it and the gateway is a few clicks away. And before we get to the Pyro discovery, let's take another look at the different possibilities during a jump. If you intentionally or deliberately try to corrupt the jump and fall out of the tunnel, you will receive clear warning messages or visual and acoustic feedbacks. And since there is so far no dead or empty space between the two systems, Pyro and Stanton, we either end up at the edge of the Stanton system or at the edge of the Pyro system. The distances of this unintentional exit are not really determined by the regular exit, whereby we simply start on the other side of the system. For valid data, however, a few more tests are necessary. After this unintentional exit, we no longer had the possibility to get our ship in motion and simply drifted into space. Gameplay-wise, however, it makes a lot of sense to interrupt the jump to a system ourselves and get to an unforeseen point. Whether this functionality is currently already wanted or already implemented in the game is, as I said, still due to some tests. Therefore, let's go back to the details of a regular jump and what you should pay attention to, before we finally provide you with a completely uncommented free jump. Let's summarize a successful jump again. As long as you are in quantum mode, switch your UI to the jump UI as soon as you are within reach of a jump point automatically. The subsequent steps, such as the tuning, take place automatically, whereby you can then activate the wormhole manually with a trigger, so stand at the left mouse button. If this is already activated, you have to wait and then you can open it again yourself. If the jump point has been activated by you, you can then also initiate the jump again and stand it with the left mouse button and you will be automatically sucked into the tunnel. In the tunnel itself, we cannot vary the speed. This is firmly specified. But we can navigate, so change our ship's orientation and avoid obstacles. During a jump, we are only concerned with adjusting the orientation of our ship and avoiding the given obstacles. We don't have to do more here. So there is no display or visual representation of where you are on your way, but the color change depends on which system we are in. And when leaving the tunnel, we end up at a randomly generated exit accuracy at the edge of this targeted system. And the first jumps are definitely a highlight in the Star Citizen history. Enjoy it! And with that, a completely uncommented jump, we say goodbye until next time. See you in the verse and thanks for watching.